Wife secretly planned divorce, so I quietly moved our assets. Her smug filing backfired spectacularly. I'm a plumber. Not the guy who unclogs your toilet on weekends. I own a plumbing contractor business with 15 crews and commercial contracts across Austin. Built it from nothing over 18 years. My hands are scarred, my back aches, but my bank account doesn't. Maya was a model. Still is, technically. We met 14 years ago when I was installing fixtures in a high-end boutique where she was doing a shoot. She laughed when I asked her out, said she didn't date construction workers. I told her I own the company. We were married within 2 years. For 12 years, I thought we had it figured out. She did her modeling, I built my business. 2 kids, Ava's 11, Noah's 9. Good kids. Smart like their mom, tough like their dad. We had the house, the investments, the whole package. I worked 60-hour weeks, but I never missed a recital or game. She traveled for shoots, but always came home to us. 3 weeks ago, Maya asked me to update her laptop software while she was at a shoot in Miami. Simple enough. I'm not a tech guy, but I can follow instructions. While waiting for updates to install, I noticed a minimized document at the bottom of her screen. Exit Strategy 2024. I almost didn't open it. Almost. 18 pages. Formatted like a business proposal. Timeline starting January 2024. We're talking bullet points, financial projections, custody strategies. Professional stuff. The kind of document you'd present to investors, except the investment was my destruction. Some highlights. Establish pattern of abandonment. Document all emergency calls, weekend work. Create narrative of inappropriate environment for children, exposure to crude workers. Target filing date, December 2, 2024, 1 day after municipal contract closes. Projected settlement, $2.8 million liquid plus properties plus 65% business stake. Monthly support target, $15,000 minimum. Frost coordination, maintain distance until filing. Frost. Her photographer. The one who kept booking her for those Miami shoots. I sat in my home office for 3 hours, reading every word. She'd been documenting everything. Every time I took an emergency call. Every time my guys came to the house to pick up equipment. She'd recorded conversations where I talked about work stress. Created a whole narrative about me choosing pipes over people. The municipal contract she referenced? $8 million over 3 years to retrofit the city's aging water infrastructure. Biggest contract I'd ever bid on. She knew because I'd told her everything. Trusted her with every detail of my business. The document had links. Financial spreadsheets. Legal research. Attorney consultations dated back 6 months. This wasn't a rough draft. This was an operation. I closed the laptop. Went to Noah's room, watched him sleep for a while. Then Ava's. Then I went to my truck and sat in the garage until sunrise, planning. Update 1, posted 2 weeks ago. I didn't confront her. Didn't even hint I knew. When Maya came back from Miami, I smiled, asked about the shoot, listened to her stories about difficult lighting and demanding art directors. Played the simple plumber who didn't understand her sophisticated world. Let her think I was exactly who she'd written about in that document, the blue-collar husband too focused on work to notice his marriage falling apart. But I wasn't sitting still. First move, I called my attorney. Not some strip mall divorce lawyer, the corporate attorney who'd helped structure my business. Told him everything. He brought in a family law specialist and a forensic accountant. We met at his office, not mine. Couldn't risk Maya's documentation catching wind of lawyer visits. Second move, asset protection, all completely legal. Texas is a community property state, but there are ways to protect business assets if you move before papers are filed. I restructured my company through a family trust with my father and sister as co-trustees. Moved our liquid savings into business notes that required unanimous trustee approval to access. Set up a holding company for our rental properties with a board structure that included my father as chairman. Every move time-stamped, notarized, filed properly. Third move, investigation. The forensic accountant found interesting things. Maya had been moving money for 8 months. Not stealing exactly, just redirecting. Her modeling payments into a separate account. Cash withdrawals from our joint account redeposited elsewhere. About $180,000 total. She'd also been billing personal expenses to her LLC, then having Frost Studio reimburse them as business costs. Fourth move, documentation. I had my office manager pull 3 years of records. Every emergency call I'd taken. Every weekend job. Cross-referenced with family events. Turns out I'd missed exactly 3 of Ava's recitals and 2 of Noah's games in 3 years. Maya had missed 47 events for shoots. I had the receipts. Fifth move, surveillance. Legal in Texas if you're monitoring your own property. I installed cameras in my home office and garage. Just in case. The whole time, I kept playing the part. Came home dirty from job sites. Talked about pressure fittings at dinner. Let her see me as the stereotype she'd created. The working class husband who'd never see it coming. She had no idea I'd already filed the paperwork to lock down every asset she planned to take. Update 2, posted 1 week ago. Maya's plan was supposed to execute Monday, December 2nd. The day after my municipal contract closed. She'd calculated perfectly, wait until the moment my business value peaked, then strike. I filed first. Friday, November 29th. Black Friday. While she was shopping with her sister, posting Instagram stories about holiday sales, my attorney was filing paperwork at the courthouse. But I didn't just file for divorce. I filed with prejudice. 412 pages of evidence. Her exit strategy document. Financial records showing the hidden accounts. Email communications with her attorney dating back 6 months. Text messages with Frost discussing the timeline. Credit card records showing hotel stays that didn't match her claimed shoot locations. The real knife? Texas is a one-party consent state for recording. I had audio from 3 conversations where she and Frost discussed their plan. Not intimate stuff, I'm not that guy. Business conversations. Her calling me that grease monkey and laughing about how I'd never understand complex legal documents. Frost suggesting they could take him for everything because plumbers don't hire real lawyers. Monday morning came. I left for work early, like always. Maya drove to her attorney's office at 9 a.m. sharp, dressed in her court outfit, the one she'd bought specifically for this. I know because I'd seen the receipt, tagged court, December. She walked in confident. Walked out destroyed. Her attorney hadn't seen my filing yet. They submitted their paperwork, only to be informed that I'd already filed and included a request for emergency temporary orders based on financial fraud. The clerk handed them my evidence packet. Her attorney requested a recess to review. 3 hours later, they came back trying to negotiate. My attorney's response, no. The judge granted temporary orders. All marital assets frozen except for living expenses. Business operations continue under my sole control. Most importantly, temporary custody arrangement with me as primary conservator. Maya called me 17 times that afternoon. I was installing commercial-grade fixtures at a hospital and couldn't answer. That's what my attorney told her lawyer, anyway. When I finally got home that night, she was sitting in the kitchen. No tears. Just cold fury. You knew? I'm a plumber, Maya. I fix things that are broken and replace things that can't be fixed. This isn't over. You're right. Your attorney hasn't opened the second file yet. She went pale. There was no second file. Yet. Update 3, posted 3 days ago. The fallout was faster than expected. Tuesday morning, Frost's business partners received an anonymous package. It contained the recorded conversations where Frost detailed using his studio's accounts to hide Maya's money. Also included were emails where he discussed inflating invoice amounts for her shoots to help her extract more cash from our accounts. By Wednesday, Frost was out. His partners bought his steak for pennies to avoid an audit. His reputation in the fashion world, toast. Turns out agencies don't like photographers who help models defraud their spouses. Who knew? Maya's modeling agency received their own package Wednesday afternoon. Financial records showing she'd been claiming non-existent shoots as business expenses. Using the agency's name on fake booking confirmations. Billing personal expenses as portfolio development. Thursday, they dropped her. 15 years with that agency. Gone. But the real blow came Friday. Remember that second file I mentioned? I created it Thursday night. Sent it to her attorney Friday morning. Subject line, full disclosure. It contained every social media post she'd made in the last year. The ones calling me hubby while she was planning this. The vacation photos tagged #blessed while she was meeting with divorce attorneys. The Mother's Day post about sacrificing her career for family when she'd missed 2/3 of our kids' events, but the centerpiece was a timeline I'd created. Her exit strategy on the left. Reality on the right. Every lie she'd documented, countered with receipts. Every abandonment matched with proof I was working to support the family. Every claim about crude environment paired with photos of my employees at charity events we sponsored. Her attorney withdrew from representation Monday. Update 4, posted yesterday. Court date was yesterday. Final temporary orders hearing. Maya showed up with a new attorney. Budget guy. The kind who advertises on bus benches. She couldn't afford better, all her accounts were frozen, and no modeling income anymore. My attorney presented the full case. The judge had already reviewed everything. The forensic accountant testified about the hidden money. My office manager presented the attendance records for family events. My foreman testified about the times Maya had called me away from jobs for emergencies that turned out to be photo shoot pickups. Then we played the audio. The judge's face when he heard Maya laughing about taking the grease monkey for everything was something I'll never forget. Maya's attorney tried to argue emotional abuse. Said I'd been calculating and manipulative. The judge asked him to explain how protecting assets after discovering a documented conspiracy constituted abuse. He had nothing. Temporary orders stand. I maintain primary custody. Maya gets supervised visitation pending psychological evaluation. The judge was concerned about the extensive premeditation and financial deception affecting her judgment. She gets $2,000 monthly support, just enough for a modest apartment. No access to business assets. No claim on the municipal contract. After court, Maya approached me in the parking lot. You destroyed everything. No. I protected everything that mattered. Our kids won't lose their home, their school, their stability. That's all I care about. What about what we had? We never had what I thought we did. You made that clear in your exit strategy. She started crying then. First time since this started. Asked if there was any way back. I told her what I tell customers with corroded pipes, sometimes the damage is too deep. You can't patch it. You have to cut it out and start fresh. Final update, posted today. The municipal contract closed yesterday. $8 million over 3 years. Biggest deal of my career. The timing Maya had waited for. Except now it's protected in a trust she can't touch. This morning, I took Ava and Noah to school. Noah asked if Mom was coming to his science fair next week. I told him I wasn't sure but that I'd be there. Front row. Like always. Maya texted me an hour ago. She's moving back to her parents' place in Oklahoma. Can't afford Austin anymore. Wants to rebuild and find herself. Asked if she could say goodbye to the kids this weekend. I said yes. Supervised. At the park. 1 hour. I'm not vindictive. I'm not trying to hurt her. But I won't let her hurt us either. The kids need their mom, even a flawed one. But they need her stable, honest, and safe. Until she can be those things, I'll protect them. My lawyer says the divorce will be final in 60 days. Maya won't contest anything. She has no grounds and no resources. She'll get a small settlement, enough to start over. Fair, considering she tried to take everything. Frost disappeared. Rumor is he moved to LA, trying to restart where nobody knows him. Maya doesn't mention him anymore. The business is thriving. The kids are in therapy and doing better. Ava told me yesterday she's proud her dad fixes things that are broken. Smart kid. Gets it from her mom. The good parts, anyway. I'm typing this from my office, the one Maya never knew I'd soundproofed last year. I can see 3 years of contracts on my desk. Enough work to set my kids up for life. Earned with scarred hands and honest work. She thought I was just a plumber. Too simple to see her sophisticated plan. Too crude to understand complex strategies. She was wrong. I am a plumber. I understand flow, pressure, and weak points. I know that when something's trying to flood your home, you don't panic. You locate the source, shut it off at the main, and protect what matters. That's exactly what I did. Edit, since people are asking. Yes, everything was legal. Texas has strong fraud provisions in family law. Documented deception changes everything. The kids are my priority. They're in therapy, doing well in school, and know they're loved. I don't hate Maya. I nothing her. That's worse, probably. The business is now structurally protected. Even if I remarry, it stays in the trust for my kids. No, I'm not dating. Not interested. Got 15 crews to manage and 2 kids to raise. To the models calling me misogynistic, I don't think all models are like Maya. I don't think all women are like Maya. Maya was like Maya. To the plumbers saying I'm their hero, don't be me. Be better. See the problems before they become disasters. That's all. Got a municipal water system to retrofit. Those pipes won't fix themselves. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.